All right, so I'm sort of trying something new and I'm sort of not. So this is Jurassic World Evolution. It's a business management simulator based on Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, specifically the movies, not the books. I am a big fan of the books. I do enjoy at least the first movie. Jurassic World was good too. Don't quite so much enjoy Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. But the reason why I'm sort of trying something new and I'm sort of doing this is I'm still doing it in the same sense. I'm showing it to Bug. But what the really boils down to, though, is I've already played this for quite a bit. I've actually already finished the first two islands of the campaign. So I figured I'm getting ready to start a new island. This would be a good one to show her. And then we can then go from there and work on hoping if she reaches this point might provide some good pointers to her because starting out this island I'm going to restart it when I get in here because I haven't done much. It's going to start you almost $1 million in debt, which means you cannot build anything, which means you have to figure out the trick to do it. So give me just a second, we're going to restart it. I thought I told it to restart. Why is it not restarting? No. Oh, there it goes. All right, it's going to tell us a little bit about
Bugzdad
the island
Island
if we
near
care to
here,
listen.
where an amusement park
Um,
was built
Ian
over the
Malcolm's also
bones
going to
of
give
an
a bit of
abandoned one.
talking about it. I
Spared
don't
no
know that that's
expense,
really
as Hammond would
necessary
say.
for,
A biological preserve.
you know,
Yeah, you may have heard about it.
this
At
purposes.
least the stuff that wasn't classified.
All right, so what it's going to start me with is, like I said,
One of your
I am
predecessors was in charge of
$957,000
this island.
in debt.
It didn't
I
go
have
very
a
well
small
for them.
power station.
But
I've
here's
got
your
a
opportunity
unfinished
to succeed
monorail.
where
I
they
have a good
failed.
selection
You'll need to
of guest
carefully consider
services,
how to make
a
money if you
emergency
want to turn
shelter,
this into a profitable
and
endeavor.
I've got a
And
viewing
you too.
gallery
Trust me.
and a Hammond Creation Lab, which is where we actually make our dinosaurs that do not actually have a completed fence, and we have this kind of road that leads to nowhere. So, fastest way to get out of debt is we are going to demolish this um, innovation center. So it's going to give us a refund of just over $1 million. So we're going to get rid of that. So the first thing we need to figure out how to do is make some money. So we need to get rid of anything that is not going to make us some money and is ideally taking up electricity. So we're going to kill this monorail. Each piece gives me a little bit of money back. All right, so I need to see what's my energy usage look like now. All right, so total available power looks like 69. Total required power 39. So I think I accidentally sold some of my power lines. We're going to go to the pylons and we're going to make sure everything's connected. So yeah, so I accidentally sold a power line or two. So there we go. All right, and what else isn't connected? So I need at least one substation for that, but that can kind of wait for a bit. And then these power lines aren't connected somewhere as well. Yeah, so there's the gap. So these can stretch pretty far, but you kind of want to keep them out of the way of anything. Why are you not connecting? There we go. All right, so that should have power. Oh, nope, I messed up there too. All right, put the pylon down. All right, and my little power thing's off. So the only thing that doesn't have power now is the viewing gallery. So one of the things I was thinking of in terms of making money is Oh, I still don't have enough money for the Expedition Center. So if I get the Expedition Center and the Fossil Center, I could make money, or I could make a dinosaur. I'm not sure I can make any dinosaurs that are going to draw in a lot of money. So what we're going to do is we're going to try building something. We're going to do a light steel fence. We're not going to make a big habitat. That should be good. And then we need to come around the other side. Same thing. Make sure it's nice and closed. I think that's... Don't think there's any... There we go. All right, I think we're closed up now. So now we need to go in. We need to make some cheap dinosaurs. Cheapest dinosaur I think I can make is the Strethiomimus. Even modified with all my genes, it's going to be about 58,000. Now, pretty much every dinosaur I've seen, you need at least 2 for them to be happy, because they do have a social component. Now, there is a lot of comfort and items that go into having a dinosaur. So while they're getting hatching, though, we're going to see. Yep, I can afford a substation. So I can. You see the yellow circle is its range. It does need to be connected though to our existing power grid. So we're just going to kind of go the roundabout way so that hopefully it's not in our way when we're go to build. So now our viewing gallery has electricity, and we can go in and look at the view if we want. Oh, it's so pretty. Nothing to look at though. And both my Strethiomimuses are dead, which means that I don't think I have enough money for. Yeah, I don't. So now I have to sell something. Sell. Shoot. What are you? I don't even know what you are. Fossil Zone 1. I don't know what that is. I'm going to keep that. That sounds neat. Toy shop can go, though. Let's try, again, to make Strethiomimuses. And hopefully this time they don't die on me. Once I have some dinosaurs, I should start getting some guests. And I should be able to actually get some money coming in. And one of my Strethiomimuses died again. I probably should have taken off my gene modifications, because most of the gene modifications that I've unlocked do make my dinosaurs rate higher, which attracts more guests, but it also increases the chances that they won't hatch or that they'll die young. So, lovely. All right. Got one dinosaur. It's not going to be very happy. And usually having unhappy dinosaurs is a bad thing. So there's our Strethiomimus. Alright, so we can see there its health, its food and water, which reminds me I didn't actually make a feeder. Its comfort, so right now the blue is good. So we got plenty of grassland, it's got enough forest. It's very easy to be happy. So it's got some water. So, and it can tolerate a very crowded pen and a lot of other Strethiomimuses. Alright, so construct a viewing gallery platforms to at least. Alright, so here's a mission. Should be pretty easy to do since our viewing gallery should already be able to see our only dinosaur, which means this should be 75,000 pretty much free the instant the Strethiomimus walks within range of this thing. Pity we can't force it to. But once I do that, once I get that, I can make my extra Strethiomimus. So I'm already getting some guests. You can see each building tells me its maximum number. The maximum number of guests does go up depending on how many people you choose to staff everything. All right. Come on, Strethiomimus. Oh yeah, and we can intentionally request contracts too. So one of the weird things about these is, so we need to increase our guest count to 300 total guests. And doing so, the science division will like us more, but the entertainment and security divisions will like us will hate us for it. which doesn't make sense because if we have guests, then we make money and everybody should be happy. And it's just an arbitrary gameplay lengthening thing. It's really kind of annoying. But, hey, we're going to make the best of it. So we apparently, it gives us a nice guest count, though. So we have 199 guests. And there we go. It walks within range of our viewing gallery, and we get $75,000 basically for free. All right, so Struthiomimus again. And I guess it's not going to rate much lower if I do go in and change stuff to make its viability higher than the 62%. I feel like my 62% eggs are failing a lot more than, a third of the time. But, whatever. That's statistics for you. Oh, I need a gate. Yeah, we need a gate. All enclosures need gates so our rangers can get in. And I can't afford a gate. Lovely. I may need to sell something because I don't have a feeder yet either. Need to keep an eye on that. Mr. Struthiomimus is still pretty full, so we should be okay. And Struthiomimus 2 gets released. Kind of reminds me of a chicken.
You made that look easier than it was.
Yeah, I did. I made it look super easy. All right, enclosure feeders, and we want a ground. So we can have different. We have our ground herbivore feeder, tall herbivore feeder, carnivore feeder, live bait feeder, and we have a fish feeder. So I still have not seen any water-based dinosaurs in any of my islands. I like putting, and we can rotate this too, so I like putting my feeders right in front of my viewing centers. Really helps with the old dinosaur visibility because they come up to eat. And just kind of for fun. There's the feeder. There's Struthiomimus. And I don't see the other one. Giant. Oh, there they are. Hello, giant chickens. Alright, so next big things that I need to start worrying about, because at the moment my Struthiomimuses should be pretty happy, which is cool. Because most of the time, dinosaurs will not try and break out of their pens if they are happy. If they're even the slightest bit upset about something, though, especially with certain breeds, it is on. They will destroy their fences like nobody's business. On one island, I had more trouble with my Ankylosaurus, which is a herbivore, than I did any of my carnivores. I had like 3 different carnivores. All of them stayed in their pens and were perfectly happy. But one freaking herbivore kept breaking out because I accidentally put too many dinosaurs in the same penned-in area, and I didn't have any room to build a new one, so they just kept knocking down my fence left and right. They'd get out, I'd tranquilize them, put them back in, and immediately, first thing they did once they woke up was break out again. It was annoying. I think I ended up just selling the things. Anyway, so at the moment, I need to try and find a way to make more money mixed with I need to get some stuff built. So there's some good options for making money if I hit about 400,000. I don't think... Yeah, so the only thing I can do is I can make more Struthiomimuses. I don't think that will help my income too much, but I'll go ahead and make a third one just in the hopes that it will. Probably my best bet is going to be making sure I keep up with the contracts.
Contracts make the world go round. Or was that...
Yeah, I don't want that one. That's worth a lot of money, but I do not have a ranger team, and I do not have Ceratosauruses. I especially do not have 3 of them. So that's going to, even though that'd be a good payday for me, that is going to be harder to actually accomplish than it feels worth it. Alright, so I guess I now play the waiting game. It'd be really nice if I could take some of my money from other islands to this one, because on my other islands, I just have millions of dollars. I actually Well, I do know why. It's a gameplay lengthening thing again. If I could bring my money from other islands, then there would be no challenge. I'd already basically buy everything that I wanted. All right, and Mr. Struthiomimus, we'll just skip that. All right, and I guess unless I decide to sell something, I wait. What is Fossil Zone? I don't think I ever had one of those. All right, one of the things we can do, I don't know that it really is going to help me much right now, is you can actually change pretty much every guest facility has 3 options. So this, for example, the costs $6 and we sell it for 10. So each one is going to be a profit of 10 minus other costs. So the more staff we have, our expenses for electricity, blah, 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 blah. So we can actually adjust this up some, but with the number of um, guests that I have,
Remember,
form
the show
accessible.
must
I'll
go
take
on.
that one
This
just because that
contract
won't hurt to
makes that
have. That's
possible.
nice and easy to do. So like here we go. I have I'm selling a $4 hat for $6. So my total profit from this is $42 per minute. So every dollar I adjust it up, looks like it's making it jump about 26 for now, but that's how many guests I have. So that makes sense. I don't know the acceptable markup range, but I find that if I just move most things up a couple dollars, it's a bit more worthwhile. My arcade has exactly 0 people in it. All right. Ooh, a bar. That's new. All right. The emergency shelters in case there's tropical storms and stuff. They do have pretty good coverage, but that'd be easier to see once we go to actually build something. Let's see. I think, yeah, I think I'm just waiting. Probably shouldn't whistle. I have no idea how loud that is on my recording. All right, so what is my finances looking like? So I make 33,000 a minute. What is the next dinosaur that I can make? See if it's here. All right. I was hoping to be able to sort by cost. Some of these are expensive. My Ceratosaurus takes almost $1 million, which I guarantee you is probably a lot less than it would take to ever try and actually make a real dinosaur. Even if you did have all the DNA, and Jurassic Park wasn't just make believe, um, with a little bit of science as a justification, but still. Hello, people. Did you know that you all are food? I've seen plenty of you get eaten. I had some really angry raptors on my second island. They liked getting out, and they would just kill like 5 people each. It was ridiculous. They would kill one person and then immediately go to the next one. Oh, these aren't making me a lot of money. I wonder if I'd be better selling a couple of these. 105, 90, 97, 142, 112, 127. So I would have to sell 4 more to be worth it. Ugh. one thing I can do to make a little bit of extra money. I don't know that I like the way this path is set up anyway. There we go. It's not a lot. And you can stay.
There's so much to do here in the parks that sometimes it can be overwhelming. Think about building a rhythm, Research and expeditions, fossil extractions, build new attractions. Keep our visitors entertained with a variety of dinosaurs. And keep your park secure, huh? It's a little like spinning plates. Just don't let any of them fall.
Yeah, except that you could, not have stuck me with $1 million debt to begin with, or given me a expedition center and a fossil center. Because if I had an expedition center and a fossil center, I'd be rolling in money because I could probably make far more money selling fossils than I could probably make in a long time. Sitting here waiting for Mr. Chicken to make me some money. Hello, Mr. Chicken. I think I shall call you Beaky. Can I actually name him? I thought I could. And what kills me is how little money the dinosaurs are worth. So it's not like I can even breed a dinosaur and sell them for a profit. If I breed a Struthiomimus for 58,000, I can sell it for 27. Oh. All right, let's see. I was hoping to do a bit more of an actual playthrough so that she could see. But unless I get 800,000, I don't know that there's much worth pretending to show. All this stuff can come back. So we'll sell you. You were worth a good amount. You were worth a good amount. You were worth a good amount. And then... yeah. Alright, so I have the ability to make money, basically print money now. Expedition Center. Fossil Center. Alright, now all buildings to be functional need both electricity and a path. So paths are pretty easy. There's generally a point where the path officially starts to the building. Just drag it to the nearest path, and bingo presto, it is.
Dr. Dewar here with another contract for you to look over.
It works. All right, so I think that I'm going to need a substation though, because I think it's too far out. Oh no. It looks like they're both should be covered. I can save a little bit of money and not do that. All right. So it seems like my number of dig teams is steadily going up. So anywhere that is yellow is a place I have not been yet. So I have all sorts of new dinosaurs, including apparently I can get a T-Rex. Finally. All right, a whole bunch of new dinosaurs. All right, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to try and... oop. Oh yeah, that's right. It does take a little bit of money. All right, well, no worries. I think I still got some leftover fossils from the last map. Yep, I do. So we can use those to make money. Yes, I want to sell it. Yes, I want to sell it. Alright, and then we can go on our expedition after all. So when you do expeditions, not only can you find different fossils of of different grades. So you have low, medium, and high grade fossils, and you have amber. Amber being 4 stars and being worth the closest to an actual to your bonus to finish to adding onto your genome. You need at least 50% of a genome to be able to create a dinosaur. There are certain benefits to having a full genome, including the fact that eventually you can research the Indominus Rex and something called an Indoraptor. I do not have a research facility built on this island, so I cannot look at that or show you. But yeah, so in addition to that, you also find other things that you do that you basically are just sell for money. So it can be fossils without any DNA material, silver, palladium, other valuable metals, different things like that. So if you get lucky, for example, you can spend 90,000 on a expedition, for example, and then turn around and get something worth selling for 360,000. So especially going after things for that, my genome is basically full. I can basically treat my expeditions as a license to print money. So my dig team is returning, and then the other one's got less than a minute remaining. So as soon as it gets back, we'll send it here. It's got 1 new dinosaur, 1 that's full, and 1 that's close. All right, so we come over here, and we've got an amber for an Ankylosaurus, so that's good. So we can that probably fill my genome. That'll probably fill that one. If not that will. So here's a perfect example. It's a skin impression, so it's worth 100,000, which I spent more than that telling it to extract, but that covers my cost of my expedition. So I have a new dig team I can send out. And occasionally we'll get this message, requires more expedition centers. Woo. Alright, so let's see. I got a good one with nice variety. Yeah, here we go. So this one I'm just going to go ahead and send it there. Got a good variety. Worst case scenario, I've got some stuff to sell or some, things to work towards my next dinosaur. All right, so now that I got 300,000 more or less floating around in the bank, we can go start looking at hatching possibly more dinosaurs. So you want to keep your herbivores and your carnivores separate, and I realize that feels like it might be a silly thing to point out. But the reason you want to do that is because they, even if you have feeders for your carnivores, they will still kill your herbivores just because. I'll wait till I have just a little bit more money, enough to try and get 2 dinosaurs at the same time. Let's see. I think we're just waiting for the expeditions to come back. Less than a minute. Just kind of chill for a second. And probably cut this video off here soon. I feel like I've shown Bug nice basics of getting this island started. Maybe a little bit slow, but she can see if she likes it. Like I said, it's a business simulator. It's pretty slow paced. There's not a lot you can really do, so I'm going to play until I can get my next couple dinosaurs out, maybe so she can see them. She does love dinosaurs, and then that'll probably be it. So we completed our Edmontosaurus genome. Alright, Torosaurus, Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, Parasaurolophus. I don't know what that one is. Here's a good one. If we get Ceratosaurus, it's money. If not, we get closer to making a Diplodocus and a Brachiosaurus. Alright, and then I have problems reading my TV screen. I am way too tired. Deinonychus, I guess. Alright, so this might be a good one because I never finished the Draco Rex, so we still got the Torosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Alright, so we'll go back to our fossils, and we got Paracephalosaurus amber, so that'll be good. Now, the less of a genome you have, the faster it does fill, so you'll see my nice amber is really filling up my genome. I'm already up to about 10% as of now, and I will just continue going up from there. Struthium limus, it's 100%, so I can just sell it. Turtle fossils, sell it. Torosaurus genome, go ahead and extract it, even if it's 1 star. Every little bit helps. Extract, and then we got some osmium to sell for 100,000. So more or less breaking even, but I'm getting real close to getting the Paracephalosaurus already. Probably one more good fossil or amber will get me a Paracephalosaurus. And I do need to build a ranger station before they run out of food. The ranger stations are used to fix buildings, fences, restart your power stations if your power stations go offline, refill your feeders, and do pretty much everything except for tranquilize and move dinosaurs.
I've seen some interesting
Reach
opportunities come my
100,000
way since I've
profit
been
per
here.
minute. We'll go ahead and
Like
take
this one,
that, which
which I
reminds me
now
I have
offer to
not
you.
taken a new contract. So right now, science is our highest. Probably be easier if we keep them sort of
I'm always
even.
interested in new ways to take care of our dinosaurs rather than just the cash. But even for Blue, well, dino kibble ain't cheap.
Okay, you're gonna actually give me the job. Oh, there it goes.
You up for a
Get
new
the storm
challenge?
defense coverage
Well,
on
then
this
you are
island
gonna
to
want to see this
60%.
new
So we'll
contract.
take that. That would probably actually end up being more or less a break even event for me. All right. Torosaurus. Sell for 100,000. Brachiosaurus. Diplodocus. So we're starting to use a bit more money than we're making on our expeditions, but that's largely because I am taking the opportunity to try and get new dinosaurs. So let's see here. So operations, storm defense. Yep. So I'm going to spend 100,000 to get 100,000, assuming that I can get 60% with one location, which I think I will. So we'll build that. And we'll wait for it to build. Never really got up close watching it build. So far, nothing fun. Oh, I do need a path though. And there we go. Oh, that only got me to 53%. That means I need to build one more. Pull it over by my power stations. Or wait. Let's see, where would I get the biggest? Yeah, so build it here, and it'll help my stuff in the long run. All right, I have new fossils. Let's see what was found. Tyrannosaurus Rex, woot woot, roar. Triceratops is full, so we'll sell. Conifer fossils, sell. Dracorex, extract. Sell for 100,000. So a little bit higher than when I started, but I still haven't sent people. All right, so path. I thought I connected a path. Where did I not connect a path? Oh, I guess I forgot to do that. There we go.
Rain or shine, the show goes on. But it's nice to know when it's gonna rain so we can make the necessary adjustments. because our performers can be a little bit temperamental and a lot bit lethal. So, way to show how it's done.
If this takes too much longer to get my next dinosaur, I'm just going to call it.
This challenge looks interesting.
Modify and
And I
release a
thought of you
Velociraptor
first.
with a lifespan trait of at least 90. So that's a good amount of money, so I will accept that and just hold on to it. But what I really need is more dinosaurs. But since I do not have all the stuff to keep an unhappy dinosaur in its pen, I'm still restricted to giant chickens. Quack, 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 quack. I don't do a good chicken, I'm sorry. Alright. So our Lance formation one is turning, so is our other one. So, yeah, no, that wasn't the right way. Alright, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Conifer, Tyrannosaurus Rex, a lot of Tyrannosaurus Rex stuff. Bird eggs, rhodium. I am going to go ahead and start getting my next dinosaur, though. So let's see. So, trying to remember which one's easy to make happy. So I've had Corysaurus break out. Ankylosaurus, that's the one that gives me the most trouble because you cannot have too many of them in a pen. I don't think I ever had any hard luck. Ooh, they're expensive though. So I think we're going to stay with the Nausoceratops. I don't remember having too many issues with them. Got pretty good viability, got a pretty good rating, modified the way that it is. So just real quick, we're going to just so she can see how this works. So you start out with these what's called a null gene. So basically that means baseline whatever it is. So then as you unlock more stuff, so I've got the alpine pattern and the step pattern. You can see that this alpine's a bit brighter. It's those 4 colors is the main scheme. And then steps a bit darker. It's those 4. Now for the colors, it drops everything I've gotten drops your viability by 5%, but increases your rating by 25%. So I always do it just because I like having the higher rating. So depending on what you pick for this, you can see it's attack, defense, resilience might go up, lifespan, viability, but rating. So a lot of times I pick it based on rating. So this one gives me plus 11% rating, attracts more people. So currently this is one set to one of the 2 that raises it by 10%. So I picked the one that gives it plus 9 defense. I could also do plus 6, but it also takes off more viability. I'll actually do that, I think, because that's higher overall stats. Why not? And I never actually applied this one, so we definitely want to apply this. So we got some defense and a good rating, attack defense, good rating, defense, not as good as the other 2, and then defense and lifespan with a better rating. So I get a slightly higher rating with these 2. So we'll just go with aggressive instincts. Gives it both attack and some defense. We just back out. My Triceratops is going to be a little more expensive now, but you know, hey, this is kind of what they mean when you have to spend money to make money.
I'd take this contract myself if I had the time, but I don't.
Well, that will work perfectly,
You, on the
because
other hand,
as soon as they come over to eat, I should have 75% because I've only got the 3 dinosaurs, which means as long as all 3 of them are within range of my 1 viewing gallery, I'm set. I think. Yep, there we go.
you did
Free
it.
money.
Congratulations to us
All right,
both.
so going to tell it to get my next Ceratops. I do also have the Triceratops
Here's a
in case
reward
Bud
as
was
thanks
wondering.
for what you've accomplished on Isla Tacaño.
But they're actually not. Well, I guess the rating is higher than I was thinking. I was thinking they were rated lower than Ceratops. I got them first, which kind of makes me wonder why they rate higher. All right. Insufficient funds. No. Well, our Ankylosaurus is full, so we can just sell those too. Alright. And then use what little money I've got to try and get the tiniest little bit of T-Rex and Torosaurus. Alright. Mr. Ceratops is about done. Once we see the Ceratops, that will be it for the video. So like I said, it's a bit slower paced, but that should be plenty of time for Bug to decide if this is something she wants to try playing. She's already expressed slight interest in it, at least. So we are releasing Ceratops. It's taller than I was thinking it was going to be. You'll notice one of the big differences between the Triceratops and the Ceratops, at least at a glance, is that it only has the 2 horns. So right now we can already, this is a perfect example. So its health's good, its food and water is going to be okay, but its comfort's already dropping. I got plenty of grassland, I've got enough forest, and I got plenty of wetland. And the population is the overall population of the pen. But what makes it lonely is that it is the only Ceratops. So your social is red. So that's why I wanted to wait until I had enough to release his friend. So now, hopefully, they will not be lonely. If they're not lonely, then everything else should be good. And I should have to worry about them breaking down. Oh, shoot. Apparently, they're one of the ones I'm going to need at least 3 of. Because they're saying that they're still lonely and the social's still red. Which means I probably need to try and get me another Ceratops as fast as possible. Please bring something good back. Sell. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Not sure how fast they'll try and break out. But I think I've got enough now for a 3rd one. Yeah. So hopefully they do not try and break out before this one hatches. So this is the least happy one. So he's 93. I think he'll be okay. I think we can make it. And that is the alpha. Now, one thing I've never bothered fully learning is if it's the alpha for the entire pen or if it's the alpha for that species. I think it's for the pen, which kind of makes sense because Ceratops beats overgrown featherless chicken any day. Halfway there. The money. There we go. All right. closed. We're releasing the third Ceratops. So, and we'll check the Ceratops now. Still showing lonely. Still showing lonely. Come on. There we go. So now you'll see that it's saying that it's content instead of lonely. Its social is on the low end of the blue. So the Ceratops is definitely a 3 per pen dinosaur. So now, in theory, I should, unless they just have an issue, because certain dinosaur species just do not get along. For example, if you put a Dilophosaurus and a raptor in the same pen, they will try and kill each other immediately and without question. But so far, they haven't been any fights. So now that both the giant chickens and the Ceratops are happy, I should be good to call this a day for the video. So hopefully this is something that Bug will like. She may not get it right away, but I still didn't show a lot of features such as the landscaping, ability to make forest, grassland, add or remove water at different sizes, raise and lower the crane, anything like that. But so there's still stuff she hasn't seen, but it's enough to see if she likes it. So that's it. Have a great evening, YouTube.